Hey, my wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people. A pleasant evening to you. My voice is coming back slowly but surely. All right, wonderful people. I want to talk to you about uh, a hypothesis. Maybe you want to call it a theorem that I think it will help us as a black community, as a black people. And it is, I was on a live and I realized a commonality among us, among our ethnic group. And that is something called affectionate love. Unfortunately, by and large, we are lacking in that area. So when I talk about affectionate love, we're talking about hugging, touching, kissing, saying the very magic word or terminology, as they would call it, I love you. And I'm not talking necessarily in a romantic sense between a boyfriend and a girlfriend, fiance, husband and a wife. But I'm talking even platonic friendships, platonic relationships. In the westernized world, because of some of the traumatic events that took place, unfortunately, among our black people, we have even demonized the power of love. And I'm talking the affectionate love and the terminology I love you, especially among same sex coexistence or same sex relations. I'm not talking about same sex same sex sexual relations. Let me put it same as in a sort of a homogeneity, a oneness, same with the same sex, not gender. Gender is feminine, masculine. Sex is male, female. So that is what I'm talking about. So we're fearful of saying, as a female, maybe not so much with the females, but more so the males are afraid, especially here in Jamaica. And I can understand, don't get me wrong. I'm very much cognizant, I should say, of why it is stigmatized and stereotyped. If a man says to another man, I love you, he's automatically put in a particular box. And, and I'm talking about an arbitrary friend. And to hug him and to kiss him, and yet the Bible says we must give a holy hug and a holy kiss, a respectful hug and a respectful kiss, whether it's man to man in a healthy way, woman to woman in a healthy way. Because a lot of people are unaware of the benefits of affectionate love. And I want you to understand, one, it reduces stress. And so the emotional side, it reduces stress. Affectionate love promotes the release of oxytocin. It's the love hormone. When you feel good, that feel good hormone when you love, which lowers cortisol levels. Cortisol, I always talk about when you see women with high bellies and or stomach. It's because their cortisol level is high, and it reduces stress. It enhances happiness. Obviously it does. Feeling loved and cared for. God created us. There are 6 basic fears, and among those, one is the loss of love of someone. So when somebody stops loving you, that you love, it's very painful. So the flip side, obviously, is that it must enhance happiness when you get love, especially from somebody that you love back. And it fosters a sense of belonging and that you're valuable. You're like onyx, you're like diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. It increases overall life satisfaction. In terms of emotional support, partners in affectionate relationships can offer comfort and reassurance during challenging times. So when I say partners, I don't only mean husbands and wives, girlfriends and boyfriends. It can be 2 female friends, 2 male friends, in a healthy way, obviously, because I only support heterosexual sexual relationships, if you understand what I mean. Physical health benefits. It boosts immunity. Yes, positive emotional connections can strengthen the immune system. It will. A merry heart does good like medicine, the Bible says, making you more resilient to illness. A lady was sick and everything she took wasn't working. And after a while, the doctor started to probe and realized her life was just a stressful life. And she was in aches and pains. And he says, I want you to, for 7 days, how like when they give you these antibiotics. So her antibiotic was this, to go home and watch comedy every evening when she gets home from work. Just comedy. In 7 days, she was cured of the pains. the inflammation, all of what was happening to her physically. It lowers your blood pressure. Obviously, you're less when somebody hugs you and they tell you that they love you, and I mean you feel that love. If you're even irate and incensed, it comes right down. It takes you down. So acts of affection like hugging and holding hands can reduce blood pressure. There's something beautiful about holding hands. There is just, I don't know, God has made us in such a way where we need that touch, that skin to skin, and feeling the skin, not even the clothing. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about just love making, although it is a making of love in a sense. It improves sleep. Affectionate, a lot of you are struggling and suffering from insomnia, sleep deficits, because you lack affectionate love. It improves sleep. Affectionate interactions increase relaxation, leading to a better sleep quality. Because sometimes you have people sleep, they get up, sleep, get up, sleep, get up. There's a term for it. I don't remember it just now. It strengthens relationships. It builds trust. Because once I sense that and I feel the energy that you love me, I know you really unwittingly you will not betray me. You will not, none of us are perfect, but chances are you will not betray me. You will be a confidant to me. It, as I said, it fosters trust and emotional security between partners. It enhances communication. I can trust you, so I can tell you confidential things, deep things. And I can have light moments with you, comedic moments, funny moments, good moments. Affection encourages open and honest dialogue, which strengthens understanding, because now you've opened the oxytocin. I'm so relaxed. I can now put myself in your shoe to understand what you're saying to me. It increases commitment, because you love me and you value me. I will commit myself to you. I'll be loyal. I'll be devoted. And it strengthens the emotional bond and commitment. Mental health benefits. A lot of people are going through mental trauma, mental deficits. I mean, it's not necessarily about madness or mad people or all of that and all of that, but difficulties psychologically and mentally. And it reduces anxiety, depression. It regularizes your emotions and improves your mood so that you're not moody all over the place, to and fro. Bible says somebody who is like that is unstable in all his or her ways. It combats feelings of loneliness. To be alone is different from loneliness. And sadness, it combats that. It promotes self-esteem. One of the powerful things, that is why fathers, one must be chided, God has given you the very uncanny, I give it, ability. This, unusual ability to build self-esteem in your children. Maybe because of the authoritarian figure, I may not be saying it right, but work with me, that he has inbuilt in men generally. There is something about you boosting that self-esteem gene in your children. Social connections, it certainly strengthens social networks. Affectionate love, as I said, isn't limited to romantic relationships. It includes friendships, family bonds, and community connections. Fostering supportive social environment encourages generosity. Experiencing affectionate love often inspires people to show compassion and kindness to others. Personal growth. It fosters emotional resilience. Knowing you are loved provides a stable foundation to face life's challenges. Somebody has your back in case something should happen. It encourages empathy. Affectionate love helps individuals or help people develop greater understanding. In all you're getting, get understanding. And sensitivity towards others' feelings. You become less judgmental. No matter how bad a situation looks, still say, what if it were me? And these are the parameters I'm faced with. These are the tools I'm given. How would I react? It inspires positivity. Loving and being loved creates a positive feedback loop, encouraging optimistic attitudes and behaviors. Love covers a multitude of sin. You will see somebody in a dark space behaving dark, and when you show them love continuously, it's like that person becomes an angel. Give affectionate love to your children today. start a better Jamaica. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe and give me one of those